to allow me to participate in this budget 2015. Lord Speaker, in this budget 2015 tabled in this August House, the state government will be collecting a revenue of 5,178 million, and a sum of 4,813 million is allocated for the ordinary expenditure and give us a surplus of 365 million. I am of the view that this is a healthy budget, whereas about 71% of the budget is devoted for the development expenditure, while 29% is allocated for the operating expenditure. Except that 3,000 million is allocated to the statutory body fund, where the details of the bodies is not disclosed in the budget. This is the exception. A sum of 4,4546 million is allocated for the development expenditure, which will be channeled to develop or stimulate economic growth in the industrial and commerce, public utilities, agriculture and land development, social development, transport and community development. To achieve this, Lord Speaker, there must be an effective delivery system for this fund to be channeled to the intended areas. Measures instead must be put into place to ensure that the system is free from corruptions in the delivery system. Therefore, I urge the state government to implement Pakatan Rakyat government internet to adopt the open tender system, so as to eliminate the cronyism in the Pakistan nationals government, and thereby benefiting the rakyat as a whole. I say again, cronyism, nepotism in the Pakistan national government must be eliminated. Lord Speaker, it is a good move for the Yap Hoi to announce that his immediate family members are not allowed to apply for state land and any timber concession licenses. But none of the cabinet ministers has supported or agreed with the statement so far. I humbly ask again all cabinet ministers should, in their respective funding up session, to inform this August House whether or not they support the integrity pledges made by the Yap Hoi Liong Speaker. This is essential so to show that they are clean at all times. As I have said in this August House, the Lanang Bridge, Lord Speaker, is the major bridge used by the people in Cebu, Bintang, Soreke, during Julau, and other areas in the central regions of Sarawak. Since 2006, the private contractor has collected tolls of more than averagely 10 million annually from the rakyat. This is because the government has awarded the project to this private contractor
10 million.
in the form of a contract sum of 180 million, where I believe the actual cost involved in the bridge is far beyond these figures. Worse still, the contractor was given a concessionaires to collect toll from their road users for 30 years. Lord Speaker, this is a heavy burden for the rakyat. With a surplus disclosed in the budget of 365 million, I humbly urge and request the state government or Yap Hoi to consider seriously to abolish and alternatively to buy over the Lanang Bridge, so as to make a toll free from Lanang Bridge to ease the burden of the people. I believe this is the obligation of a responsible government to do that for the benefit of the rakyat. In this respect, Lord Speaker, in this budget, a capital grant provided by the state government for SMC has increased from 2 million in 2014 to 3 million this year, 2015. Lord Speaker, only 600,000 is used or shall be used to improve roads in Cebu town. With that sum of money, it is only sufficient to construct 500-meter Tarsi road only. This is far from enough for the local authority to improve many roads, which are now in bad conditions in Cebu town. I'm sure that member from Langa has agreed with me. Out of 3 million, Lord Speaker, 1.3 million is to be allocated for installation of street lights at their resettlement area. Therefore, I would like to know where the resettlement areas are. How many street lights are to be installed? To whom the contract, if any, shall be awarded? In this budget, Lord Speaker, again, only 2.625 million allocated to SRTC. A sum of 1.62 million shall be used or utilized to construct roads, improve drain, jetty in their SRTC. I would like to know how much is allocated to improve roads, drain, jetty in my constituency, Dudong, N46 in 2015. I would like the Ministry to answer in his 1-year session. Further, only 600,000 is to be allocated for the hawker center. In these connections, I wish to know where is our hawker center is going to be improved or built. Again, a small sum, only 100,000 is allocated to SRTC for the installation of street lights for the purpose of the public health. This sum of allocation is not enough for the SRTC to serve an area as big as Singapore Island or even bigger. Many roads as Sungai Pak, Sungai Menyan, Saling Belalang, Patumong, Sungai Naman, Ulu Sungai Naman, Ulu Naman, Duri Kibah, Ulu Sungai Menyan, Sungai Asam, and many more are currently in bad conditions and without street lights at all. And they are within their jurisdiction of SRTC. It is truly not fair for the rural folks, long-haul folks, where they are unable to enjoy the necessary amenities. I'm very doubtful, Lord Speaker. How could the state government uplift the living standard of the rural peoples and elevate properties with such a small sum of capital grant provided to the SRTC in Cebu divisions? These are evidences to show that Cebu has been sidelined by the Barisan government so far in the mainstream of development. In Cebu, we are facing many problems where the honorable member of Barisan, who is part of the Cebu community, has never raised in this August House so far. Traffic congestion in Cebu, Lord Speaker. I was given to understand that there are hundreds of vehicles registered and on the roads every month. Coupled with the influx of people from the nearby township and outskirts areas, it has caused serious traffic congestion in Cebu. And now traffic jam has become a norm in Cebu town. During the peak hour, Lord Speaker, major roads in Cebu are having heavy traffic jam, such as Jalan Okimo, Jalan Salu, Jalan Ling Kai Cheng, Jalan Brada, Jalan Oyat, and many more. This problem is further compounded by the inabilities of the local authority to upgrade, to improve many roads in Cebu town. I urge the government to come up with a master plan to improve the public transport services in Cebu as part of the temporary relief to this problem. In addition, I humbly ask the state government to look into the possibility of building a flyover as to ease the traffic congestion in 5-year times in Cebu town. Road conditions in Cebu are very bad. It is very sad to say that many roads are now not even, full of potholes, and some of them are in bad conditions. Despite many complaints have been lodged by the people, the local authorities chooses to turn their deaf ear on these problems. More often than not, the local authority always say that they do not have enough fund. But I observed that in the year 2013, the local authority has paid an FD in the bank for more than 29 million, whereas the liabilities is only about 5.9 million, which gives us a net hedge asset of more than better utilized by the local authorities instead of putting it in the bank to earn interest. Bear in mind that, Lord Speaker, this is public fund that ought to be utilized to improve infrastructure for the benefit of the ratepayers in Cebu. The reasons of not enough fund given by the local authorities is not acceptable at all to the ratepayer in Cebu, Lord Speaker. One of the protocol roads known as Jalan Tong Ikin, the area always subject to the flash floods, must be raised up and resurfaced so as to mitigate flood problems in that vicinity. Therefore, I wish to know that what action has been taken by the relevant ministry to remedy the problem at Jalan Tong Ikin. Lord Speaker, we also have problems in respect of street life at along Jalan Dudong due to reasons that there is no street light at the stretch of road about 4 km, coupled with the bad road conditions at Jalan Dudong. Many serious road accidents have happened over the past years. This is one of the major roads in Cebu leading to Cebu Airport, Hospital, Miri, Bintu, and Kuching. When I clarified with the local authority, the installations of street lights is under the jurisdiction of JKR. Maybe they say, people say that, of course I deny. A street light is important for the safety of the road user, especially at night, Lord Speaker. I wish to ask the ministry for the reason why the street lights has yet to be installed, because the problem has remained unresolved for many years. Therefore, I hereby give notice to the state government in the capacities of ADUN that street light be installed at Jalan Dudong and completed within 3 months from today thereof. Lord Speaker, with the leave of the Dewan, I wish to inform that I am prepared to take necessary legal actions on behalf of the Rakyat against the government for any public liability incurred, for the failure of the government to protect the property and life of the road user if serious and fatal accidents happen as a result of the negligence of the government to provide necessary protection to the Rakyat under the state constitutions and federal constitution. Lord Speaker, for many years, the local authorities have failed to raise and upgrade one of the double or dual carriageway known as Jalan Dudong as well, which has only been raised up or improved halfway, setengah jalan, despite I have raised the issues many times in this August. The road, Lord Speaker, is a major road accessible to the residential areas, industrial areas, in the vicinity, at Jalan Lada and Jalan Tengkusa. When I approach the local authority, the answer is not. There is not enough fund at the moment. We have to wait for the fund. Whether or not local authority has sufficient fund to run its business, the member for Bawang Asan, who is part of the Cebu community, should be answerable, since he is also the second finance minister of the state. Otherwise, Lord Speaker, I'm forced to call the people in Cebu to teach him a lesson in this coming state election.
Potong gaji dia.
Potong gaji dia. It's right for a member for Kedoro to move motions to deduct his salary. Unfortunately, this August did not allow it. Bear in mind that, Lord Speaker, AUPP, all the people also say correct, all the member in this house correct. Unhappy people parties. I call it, Cebu will call it unsound people parties. It's not a component parties of Barisan people. Therefore, I have to ask Yang Ahmad Muhammad to take appropriate action, to take connections of the request of the people of Cebu to reconstruct, to rebuild the Jalan Dudong in Cebu. Lord Speaker, hawkers in Cebu also have many problems since the appointment of the deputy chairman of SMC, Dudong who is the son of the member for the Bawang Asan, has implemented a lot of measures which are not hawker friendly without proper consultation. and has caused tremendous hardship to their hawkers. For example, one of the new measures, the hawkers are required to man the hawker store until 4 p.m. every day. Majority of the hawkers are coming from the kampong, come out from their farmhouse, but they need to go back to their farm at about 1 o'clock, either by express or by car every day. Lord Speaker, there are many more measures or new rules which are not humane at all that has been enforced by the SNC. If the hawkers in Cebu are unable to comply with these rules and regulations, their hawker license shall be terminated. So this is the reason why I call it the new measures, new rules are not humane at all. In short, really, SNC is not a hawker friendly. Its deputy chairman Dudong and also is not hawker friendly. I therefore humbly urge the state government to take remedial actions to protect the interests of the hawkers in Cebu. Lord Speaker, I am so very sad to report to this August House that many sports and recreation centers in Cebu has not been properly maintained and repaired, and they are now in bad conditions. The basketball court at the Jalan Jaluri Cebu, under the conditions of Kementerian Belia and Sukan, is now in bad shape and not being properly maintained. Similarly, the basketball court located at Red Hat Cebu, it is also now left unrepaired and unmaintained, despite many complaints has been lodged with the relevant authorities. This don't care attitude of the relevant authorities is totally undesirable at our region. They are truly wasting the taxpayer money. Hence, I humbly urge the state government to remedy these problems without any further delay. Last week, in this budget, I also observed that an initial sum of 42.45 million has been approved for the construction of an indoor stadium at Jalan Airport, old airport site Cebu. And a sum of 15 million is to be utilized for the same purpose in 2015. In this connection, I wish to know when the construction of the indoor stadium is going to be completed, and what is the status of the progress of the construction, whether or not the project has put to open tender to invite general contractors to participate in this project. With that as its main prospect, I urge the government to complete the said indoor stadium within the very near future for the benefit of the rakyat in Cebu. Lord Speaker, regarding Lembaga Sungai Cebu, I wish to report that the officers of Lembaga Sungai Cebu are not responsive and helpful at all. One of the wharf in Cebu are found to have been damaged, and the authorities has also duly informed of the same problem. The officer concerned even agreed to remedy the problems when he was interviewed by the reporters. But until today, the authority has still failed and still refused to act to have this wharf repaired. As it is endangered the users of wharf, I urge the state government to take note of this problem and remedy this problem in Cebu. Lord Speaker, regarding Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara in Cebu, I also observed that JPN in Cebu always has a big crowd where the people want to do the IC, when the people have to wait for hours for their turn, for them to be served by staff. Many of them are coming all the way from the kampong, long houses in the rural areas. I believe the delay is not due to the insufficient or inefficient of the staff concerned. I was able to understand that JBN is now short-handed. Therefore, I humbly urge the government to take note of this problem so as to improve the current situation and improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the services. Lord Speaker, Mr. Buddha and Cebu. Give me a few 5 minutes, Lord Speaker. I say it louder. 5 minutes.
Ada.
Lord Speaker, before the 3rd February 2009, there exists a road by the name of Jalan Lau King Ho in Cebu. In appreciation and recognitions of the late Mr. Lau King Ho in Cebu, towards improving the medical welfare of the Cebu community in the form of the renowned Lau King Hospital. With reasons best known to the local authority, the said name of the road has been changed to the Jalan Hospital, which has in one way or another denied the contributions of the late Mr. Lau King Ho. Lord Speaker, it is quite strange to note that the local authorities has even proposed to change the current name of the Jalan Hospital to Jalan Pulau on 28th of February 2013. This has received strong objection from the Chinese community in Cebu. The outcry for the rename of the road to Jalan Lau King Ho has made known to the local authority, where a letter from President United Chinese Association Cebu, Tebogong Lau Limeng, and President for the Confederations of Pancen Lau Association Sarawak on 17 March 2013. The local authorities, which is in total ignorance of the outcry, on the request to rename to the Jalan Lau King Ho, the local authority has also kept quiet and done nothing on this issue. Therefore, I humbly request the state government to take necessary steps to approve the renaming of Jalan Hospital to Jalan Lau King Ho in Cebu, in appreciation of the late Mr. Lau King Ho in the public health since 1931. If I may, Speaker, give me 2 minutes. I have to report appreciation for this. Regarding the machine kuda in Cebu, Lord Speaker, the minister, my friend,
Objections raised. You have to conclude.
no objection. He's interject.
Conclude the speech.
Give me 2 minutes. I will conclude. Two minutes. I see you quite indulgence, Mr. Speaker.
You're missing here, you're missing.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
missing.
very important. 5 minutes. The minutes of the commission has been done as soon as the financial problem that ought to be wiped out immediately, Lord Speaker. As I had suggested in this August now during the last 2 sittings, the police should have in conversations with the local authority and SESCO in tackling this problem in Cebu. Lord Speaker, it is reported that police in Cebu has so far raided 169 machine kuda outlets this year, or an increase of 500% over the same period last year. And so therefore, cases were ready to be brought to the court. The police has achieved this with the collaboration with the SESCO by disconnecting the power supply to these outlets. I was also given to understand that the local authority did not participate in this.
Is it to conclude?
Really?
I switch you off.